Okay. Can you guys see my screen okay? Okay, awesome. So today we are talking about nootropics. And this is a really, really exciting category for some of us who happen to be kind of geeky in the world of biohacking. And those of us that are into biohacking, we want to optimize our lifestyle. We want to optimize our performance. We want our brains to be on fire, working effectively, and at the top of our game. Now, this may be a term that some of you have heard before, nootropics. Some people pronounce it a little differently, but this is an emerging area of science, I would say. It started around the 90s. I thought this was interesting. President Bush on January 1st, 1990 made a huge announcement that he was going to put a ton of resources behind neuroscience and mental health. And that kind of kickstarted this huge movement towards investigating our brains. And I think that that's something that we as a society want to benefit from. We're all looking for more energy. I don't know anybody that would say, no, I don't want more energy. I don't want my brain to work better. I don't want to have a better mood. We all want to be able to do more, accomplish more. And how are we going to do that? You know, we're required to do more in these days. But I think you're on here because you are a biohacker. You are the type of person who wants to optimize performance. So these are the things that we're really looking for. Heightened productivity, increased efficiency, uplifted mood. And we need our brain to be rock solid. So our brain is about 1 to 2% of our body weight. So most people, that's like an average of a 3-pound brain. But what's crazy about it is it consumes 20% of our calories, our blood flow, and our oxygen. So we are always thinking about what vitamins and minerals do our muscles need, what, nutrition do we need, but we don't think as much about our brain. And our brain uses 15 times more energy than any other tissue in our body. So can we say that it's pretty important? Yes. We know that we reach towards lots of different solutions when we're feeling low energy, right? I know that I've been in the past going through the Bulletproof Coffee phase. So I would make this ginormous concoction of like the finest coffee, organic, non-GMO, handcrafted, brewed at the perfect temperature, adding in the highest quality MCT oil, grass-fed butter, all of that stuff to improve my brain function for the day. Some people, especially since this nootropic craze has started, there are people like in Silicon Valley, these guys that are experimenting with smart drugs, things that enhance your cognition. And then we have the stimulants. We have the energy drinks, Monster drinks, Red Bulls, sugar, Starbucks with 10 packets of sugar in every drink. So we're all reaching towards one of these options usually, How are we going to find more energy? And I feel like this is the way. This is the wave of the future, is nootropics. And what are nootropics? So nootropics are natural or synthetic substances that positively impact your mental skills or your cognition. They're cognitive enhancers. And they can come in the form of smart drugs, like those are the Silicon Valley guys. They're popping all sorts of crazy concoctions coming in pill form or powder form. They can come in natural forms, like some of you may drink mushroom coffee or what we're going to talk about, Axio, or anything that it used to be kind of a more narrow category where it's just smart drugs. And now it's kind of expanded to anything that might improve your mental cognition. So we are going to talk about this bad boy, Axio. Now, Axio comes in a powdered form. You mix it with water. It's all natural ingredients, so it has no artificial sweeteners or sugar or anything. It's the highest quality of herbs, minerals, vitamins in here to actually activate your brain. And there are two different types. There's a caffeinated and a decaf. I'm mostly going to talk about the caffeinated because it has a very important ingredient that's going to, that you guys are going to fall in love with. So what makes Axio different? Axio is a multidimensional energy. So we're not just trying to hype your body up. We're not just stimulating it with sugar or caffeine. We're actually activating your brain. And we're doing that through 3 different areas. We're going to do that through nutritional support, nutrigenomics, and the oxidative stress pathway. So we want to make sure that our brain is being fed, right? So one of the things that's really crucial is B vitamins. We know that that's really important for mood. It's important for cellular energy production. So Axio has great B6 and B12s, and it also has magnesium. And magnesium is a mineral that is kind of a master regulator in our body. It's a cofactor of more than 300 enzyme systems. So if you are low in magnesium, a lot of things can be off. Magnesium is also very involved in nerve conductivity. So this is something we absolutely need. It's something that our body cannot make, and we have to intake it. And as we know, in our daily life, our soil is not what it used to be. Our nutrition is not what it used to be. So we're pretty much, I would bet, all low on magnesium. Nutrigenomics. So nutrigenomics is how naturally occurring compounds actually affect our genetic expression. And that is the basis for this entire company. This is what we base all of our technology on, is how we can flip the switch on our genes. And these 3 ingredients that are very special to Axio are what activate those cells, activate the DNA, and turn on the brain enzymes in our body, in our brain. So the first one that you may or may not have heard about is called L-theanine. L-theanine is an amino acid. It boosts alpha brain waves. Now, do you guys all know what alpha brain waves are? Those are the ones that get upregulated when you're meditating, when you're in the flow state, when you are thinking clearly but relaxed. Everything's coming through naturally. You're zen, right? And that's what we want. We want to have the energy. We want to have clarity. We don't want to be jittery. We want to be relaxed but alert. And so L-theanine is one of the critical ingredients that gives us that zen, right? DMAE is a really interesting ingredient. And this is the one that really helps with focus. It's really involved in neuronal conductivity. It helps nerve function. When you drink Axio, it's like it dissolves all of the fog that's in front of you. And you can see clearly, you can focus, thoughts come easily, and you're able to focus on things for a longer period of time. Now, caffeine, we're all used to caffeine, and we have kind of like most of us like think of it as like, oh, I'm drinking caffeine, but it's kind of bad. I should be avoiding caffeine. But caffeine in small doses, so in Axio, the caffeinated version, there's only equivalent of 1 cup of coffee. And I'll tell you, like, my cup of coffee is not actually a cup of coffee. It's like, you know, a large cup of coffee, maybe 4 cups of coffee. So this is a small amount of caffeine, but it's a very high quality caffeine in the form of green tea. And so it is, caffeine helps with that sharpness, your clarity, and it's actually healthy in small doses. So these 3 ingredients are actually activating your brain. And that's what you feel that's so different from just getting amped up on a pot of coffee, right? Then we have the ingredients that are related to oxidative stress. And these are antioxidants. They're direct and indirect antioxidants. So what that means is they are going, you know, our brain is under a lot of stress. All of that energy produces high amounts of oxidative stress. And oxidative stress is free radical damage. So we want to not only combat free radicals with good, healthy antioxidants, but we also want to activate the production of our body's own antioxidants. And we do that, these 3 ingredients are all Nrf2 activators. So they actually activate the pathway that creates antioxidants. And that's very unique. You can really feel that. Almost instantly, or within a half an hour, you kind of feel your brain light up. So with enhanced cognition, what do we experience? We experience a happy mood. Like, I will tell you guys, there's some days when I don't have as much patience with my kids as I would like to, but I drink an Axio and they just are so much easier, you know, and it doesn't have anything to do with them. It has to do with me. I feel happy. I feel relaxed. I feel centered. I feel focused, right? Many of you on here are on your computer for a long period of time during the day. And when you're focusing like that, your brain gets tired. So this actually allows your brain to have more stamina where it can do tasks for a longer period of time without losing focus. You are alert. You know, you have that awake feeling, but you're not overstimulated. So this is something that you can, and some of us drink every single day to start our day off. But some of us drink multiple throughout the day. I'm not gonna lie. And that's safe to do. So you don't need to feel guilty about it. You don't need to restrict your consumption of it. I mean, I would say don't drink, 6 a day, but, even 1, 2, 3 a day, it has a cumulative effect. So over time, your brain is going to get stronger. It's going to get more awakened. It's going to be more resilient, and you can feel that. You really can. So I'm going to stop this.